Digital Media.
Come on!
Broadcast Hippo Digital Media. Good morning.
Oh, yeah.
And what is up, everybody? What is up? What is Demetrius? What are you doing? You are
He's
not going to
violating
pay.
the Planet Fitness camera policy is what he's doing.
What?
Outside.
I am.
Ron,
I
you
totally am.
You are not going to pay attention if you're working out. You don't have
I'm
the
not.
time.
I'm not working out. I got guys here that are working out. So
You understand
What does that mean? Are you
working out is
training them?
something that you can contract
Yeah.
out, right?
like I didn't. It turned into a thing. Like a couple of guys asked me to train them, and so I'm here at Planet Fitness with two guys who are in the middle of their cardio right now. So, hi.
I mean,
Ah.
I've seen your
thing.
physique, so
Yeah,
I was
right.
Thinking,
I
I was
get
thinking
it.
like he tried to contract out his workouts to other people. Like, you take care of the treadmill, you take care of the leg press. I'm going to sit over here and have a smoothie.
You know, it was.
that's funny.
It was literally, they were like, "Hey, can we work out with you?" And I said, "Yeah." So they're here and I'm here, and I don't know what the fuck how my life turned into this, but yeah.
Maybe you found your calling. Maybe now you need to become a personal trainer.
Dude, first of all, I don't have any like flashy like program. There's no diet. It's just shitty hard work. That's it.
I know.
That's what we're.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I got to say hello this morning to Jacob Estrada. Jacob and his beautiful wife, Sylvia, are the owners of Lowrider Cafe, my absolutely 100%, not even a close second, favorite Mexican restaurant in all of
Awesome.
Toledo. If you guys, I'll let you know where they're at. If you know where the downtown library is, the main library, if you walk out the main library's front door and just walk across the street, you will walk right into their restaurant. And the food is, mwah. You know, all the other Mexican food tastes exactly the same in this town. They're the one that tastes completely different than everybody else. So go see Lowrider Cafe. They are amazing. And
Will do.
yeah, Natasha says, and Demetrius still doing the show. Such dedication, Demetrius.
I know, right?
Congratulations going out to, let's see, a boy named Tom. I don't know if you guys heard about this. I'm sorry, girl named Tom. Girl named Tom. They were the winner of The Voice last night. The first time ever that a band has won The Voice. They're from Pettysville, Ohio. All of a sudden, our area is now acting like Pettysville is part of us, even though they're about 40 minutes away. And no one's ever heard of Pettysville until
It's all we got, Andrew.
Before today, I had never heard of Pettysville, but congratulations. They are the trio was initially homeschooled, and music became part of their curriculum. And at a young age, they enrolled in piano lessons. Later, joined the theater when they started attending public school, and now they have They formed their trio back in 2019. Once they finished high school and the boys finished college. And here you go, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of The Voice from Pettysville, Ohio, girl named Tom.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good job. Way to go.
I don't know what they got their
band
name.
we'll never hear from.
You got a girl named Tom. You got a boy named Sue. Where's it going to end? Gosh.
I don't know. Congratulations, those guys. That's kind of cool. And here's something that's not cool for our area. I don't know if you guys watched NBC Nightly News last night. There was I didn't know this, but last night I got a message from a friend in Sparta, Illinois, and Sparta, Illinois. Well, before I get to that, Natasha says 2-hour delay for the students so they could stay up late to watch the show. The world we live in, SMH, shaking my head.
Wait. There wasn't a snow or weather thing. They were just like, yeah, you could stay up late to watch this band, and then we'll just not expect you at school.
Of course. Well, yeah, you got it. That's huge. That's a huge deal. I mean, that's nationwide. All right. So we made the national news last night. Perrysburg, Ohio did, but not for a good reason. They were on the nightly news. I got a message from a friend of mine out of state, said, "Man, I heard your area," And you guys, have you heard about this? If not, here's the story.
No.
I'll play it from NBC News.
Stores hit by organized retail crime, theft rings that scout, plan, and execute high-value heists from drugstores to brand-name merchandise. Theft costs the retail industry more than $70 billion a year.
To show you what's at stake, I'm here in Perrysburg Township, Ohio. It's a small suburb of Toledo, and I'm surrounded by stolen goods that officers purchased in undercover operations. Joining me now is Detective Sergeant Todd Curtis. Tell us why
they bought them.
What's that?
I mean, they bought them. How's that stolen?
What do you mean?
They paid money for the goods. That's like opposite of stealing.
But the goods were
They
stolen.
bought them on the black market.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that makes more sense.
I guess
That makes more sense.
I
Sorry,
guess
it's early. I haven't had all my
I didn't
caffeine.
know. I didn't know that this was huge in this area. That I knew that this is a big ring because we're at the 80, 90, and I-75. So it's big for like trafficking and drug trafficking and everything. But the new thing that I didn't realize, we are a hub for retail theft rings, crime rings of people that steal shit. And like last night, what's that?
They call them boosters. They're
Well,
not,
no,
they call
yeah.
them like they're professional shoplifters. They call themselves boosters. There's whole families of them. It's crazy.
Well, and this is a huge area for it. And NBC Nightly News was in Perrysburg Township yesterday and did this story. And there was an interesting part of it. Yesterday, they caught some boosters, and it's $1.9 million worth of stolen goods they found in this dude's car from Kohl's.
How big was that car?
Yeah, what do you get?
Like,
There's a lot of things you have to get from Kohl's to equal that amount of money.
Right? Like that's an entire department. That's like their like that's their Sophia store or something. Jesus.
That's how brazen that they've gotten now. Is that they're just stealing like full on. They'll just go and steal full on racks of shit, and be like, I'm walking out of the store, no big deal. But it's crazy that our area is rampant for this. And what they do is they're selling it on Facebook Marketplace, so they're selling it obviously cheaper than it is, and so people are buying it now. I have a friend that bought something off Facebook Marketplace and then found out later that it was stolen. So anyway, that's.
Can I just ask real quick? Like, who purchases something and then goes back into its provenance and goes, well, I wonder where this came from. I'm not investigating once I buy it. like if I want a baby and I buy a baby, I'm probably not going to check to see where that baby came from. I know it was no place good. I'm just going to keep my baby and keep on moving.
I don't think you should be buying babies. First off, I don't know. Maybe it's just.
But I'm telling you, man, since this whole movement, the white baby market the bottom has dropped out of it. Like, children of color are way more expensive and way more I want to say sought
Cooler.
after.
It's cooler
than your regular white babies.
Yeah, no, I agree that it used to be that you want these white kids, you want to buy white kids, but now the white kid, like you said, the white kid market, the bottom has fallen out of it. It's so much cooler.
And that's how you know white people are headed for some sort of reckoning on this whole thing. Is that's where it starts. Like, we've gotten away with a lot of shit for way too long, and now it's just starting to degrade a little bit. So like, white babies kind of lack their luster now, and soon it's just gonna kind of go up and bubble up.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
It's true.
Hands down. Yep.
Now it's cool. Like you look at white families now. If they have black kids, you're like, oh, that's cool. They're cool. They're cool families. So everyone's buying kids that are not from this country anymore. All right. Anyway, it's not cool. It's not cool to me just to say shit like that.
Well, it's not my fault. Have better babies.
Let's see what else. I don't know if you guys are following What? Go ahead. We were gonna say.
I just had a terrible thought. The actual reason is, you have people complaining nowadays because, they're because like in commercials, they had the interracial family, or they replaced the traditional white family with a minority family in the commercial, and they're raging about it and everything. And maybe that's the reason the bottom fell out. It's easier to like make money off of a non-white baby. You can put them in commercials, and boom, you got yourself a paycheck.
I don't know, Donnie.
That's Hollywood, kid. That's more likely to be Hollywood, kid.
Donnie, if you were gonna buy a baby, white baby, black baby, Chinese baby, which baby do you think that you'd like to add? Welcome to your family.
I think what I would do is do a little bit of market research. Like I check Kelly Blue Baby book.
That's smart.
See what the resale is like 10, 12 years down the line. How many miles?
See, that's why Donnie is smart. See, he doesn't just jump in.
Yeah.
Purchases.
You want to see the baby facts.
Right.
Baby facts.
Yeah.
Like somebody has wrecked this baby 3 times.
Exactly. See, that's Donnie's the voice of
This baby was around a smoker.
What warranty does it have?
Can you buy an extended warranty for the baby in case something happens?
Oh, I don't know if I want to get those phone calls. We've been trying to reach you about your baby warranty.
Josh says, "Well, I log in. The topic is buying babies. I feel like I should log out before law enforcement is called."
I know.
Just to be clear, Andrew Z in the Morning does not endorse the buying of babies.
No.
How about
Unless
this?
you get a
Just to
good
be
deal.
clear, nobody here has baby buying money. Like
No.
for real. We're talking about in the future when we're financially secure and stable. I got a baby fund.
Oh,
At worst, you could get us for conspiracy. Okay.
First of all, everybody knows we all hate babies. Nobody's buying a baby. It's the worst thing in the world.
Uh-oh.
What if you could buy
Bomb
stock
game.
in babies like you could crypto? You guys hear white babies have dropped 4 points today?
Yep. Dude, I gotta sell all my interest in white babies.
What did I just walk into?
it's too late, dude. The white baby market is already falling. You should have sold it when it was high. Like,
Yeah.
you sell now. You might as well hold on to your white kids now.
Yeah, you got to buy in now while the market is low, and then there might be a temporary bump in a couple of years.
Right. If you're already
you gotta. It's like penny stocks. You got to get in, buy them, get a little bump, sell, get out.
Well, and that's why Gina's rich, because she got in like 16 years ago.
I don't have white babies.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh,
No, I know
okay.
that's what we're saying. You got in. It's cool to have minority babies now. Like,
Yeah, you got in early, like Bitcoin.
Apparently, Demetrius is in the baby buying market, and he discovered that the market for the white baby has dropped, and so now they're cheaper.
Gina's like getting in early on Bitcoin with her black baby.
we tried to get out of this bit a while ago, Gina, but we just can't.
Yeah, it just keeps.
Well,
it has a life of its own.
Natasha said white babies are like FUBU.
Hey,
more like British Knights. Remember those?
I love British Knights. I was trying to bring them back
They were
a few
actually-
years ago. I was like trying to rally people. Like, come on, you guys, let's bring British Knights back. And everybody's
They
like,
were
"Gina,
sweet.
go to bed."
Go to bed. BKs.
They were ahead of their time. They had like prints on them and stuff.
Yeah, they were super cool. I had the red and black ones.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So Gina's around. Everyone around her is fighting for social justice and equality, and she's like, "Bring back British Knights." Yeah, that's my cause.
I did a couple of Black Lives Matter marches, and my sign said, "Racism is small dick energy or little dick energy."
Totally is.
Donnie.
It's true. Anytime I meet a person that's really racist, I just assume they have a tiny penis.
Josh says white babies are definitely the New Balance of the world. Natasha says mixed babies are like Champion. Once hated by all, now everyone wants one. Go us.
But no, the problem with the New Balance analogy is like once you turn 40, you get issued a pair of New Balance. I'm not getting issued a white baby.
Dude, New Balance are sweet.
You know, there is a 40-year-old. There's a package that you do get, and you get a pair of New Balance. No, go ahead. What, Gina?
I was gonna come here. I want to show you guys. Demetrius will remember these. I'm pretty sure. Do you guys remember little homies? Speaking of throwback things.
Yeah.
Can you see them?
What are they?
I can't. You got to get up. See the camera? Get up to the camera. Or just take it out.
Were they originally like bobbleheads?
I'm just trying to shove her.
Yeah,
face
they were little figures.
Yeah, they're like little collectible figurines, and they're called little homies. You guys remember these from the 90s?
So I'm not gonna lie. My the summer between my freshman and sophomore year, I worked as a painter's assistant, and we were working in this mobile home park doing all the different trailers. And there was this great little sandwich shop on the corner that he would send me to for lunch, and they had a vending machine full of little homies.
Yeah.
And I would get one all the time.
Yeah.
Like I had a whole collection.
Yeah, so she's got earrings. Her earrings are little homies. Isn't that so funny? Speaking of first nights and throwbacks.
I don't remember Little Homie.
Andrew, you were about 24 when they came out. Right around in there.
Shut up.
It was in the 90s, I believe.
You
had Dean knows you remember Little Homies?
Oh. I do not. And just hearing it makes me angry. It sounds super racist.
Oh, they 100% were. They
It's like, hey, check it out. We can't call them little N-words. So.
Well, the N-words with an A on the end, though. They should call.
Yeah. It's the soft, welcoming A, not the hard ER.
So it was a Hispanic thing. A Mexican American guy named David Gonzalez. Oh, I guess they weren't when we were little. Why do I think about that when we were little? No.
When are they from?
2005.
Yeah, they weren't that long ago.
No, they had them because I know I used to buy them.
Yeah, I remember them too, Tifo. But they're just minorities in general, made by minorities, Demetrius. So does that make them still racist?
No.
Like Bella's got a Mexican mailman.
It became a little more racist when my lily white ass was trading with my friends to make sure I had the full collection.
Yeah, that changes everything.
When you're trading minorities, there's something. When white people are trading minorities, there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, that's okay.
It just doesn't feel right.
Unless you gave him two He-Man. Unless you give him two He-Man. Unless you give him two He-Man for one little homie, then the value is a lot higher.
Yeah, of course. Did you guys see? A friend of mine posted about LOLs. LOL dolls and is outraged by LOL dolls because I guess that they I don't know, they have like belly button piercings and they're like they have nipples and penis bulges like these little what Gina?
What nipples?
Yeah.
Oh my God, we cannot let the kids see nipples.
What are we gonna do in there? What are we going to do when our kids find out that they have nipples?
It's going to be, oh my God, it's tragic. It's tragedy.
Well, what about, and then they have like, I guess they have like tramp stamps.
Okay, because a 10-year-old doesn't call it a tramp stamp. And they're not thinking about anybody hitting it from the back. Like, that's not what's happening.
I mean,
but they're
a worldly 10-year-old.
But they're saying that that's not a good example for children. These LOL dolls are already
LOL.
Yeah.
I was gonna share an image. I just Googled it and I was gonna share an image, but I'm not putting that online.
Well,
I don't see why. That's probably a good idea.
Is it an LOL doll?
I just don't. I have girls. I've got 3 girls. I don't see why it matters. So it's not like I'm letting them run around and get their belly buttons pierced because they have LOL dolls or they like. That's just not. We're being ridiculous. It's ridiculous now.
Yeah, I had a Cabbage Patch doll. I didn't go lay in a field.
Right.
Good point. Wow, I guess good point. I think
I had to think about that, Steve. I'm like, right. We never did try to grow from cabbages. What? Yeah, no.
Oh,
Video games aren't causing school shootings, and LOL dolls are not causing girls to want to get if they want their belly buttons pierced, they want them pierced because it's everywhere else in society, not on their dolls.
Yeah, but I don't think we can discount the effect or the influence, because I mean, you look at these video games, you can't tell me that we are not a more violent society for these kids that have grown up with GT. What is it?
If you look at histories, there's been school shootings for 100 years, and it's more, I think, accessibility and power of guns. Like we didn't have rapid fire semi-automatic weapon. I mean, that's the increase. That if you look where semi-automatics became more available, that's when like school shootings and mass shootings started.
I'm not just talking about. I'm talking about shootings in general. People are fascinated by guns. Kids are fascinated by guns. Everyone's got guns now, and that I'm telling you, there's all the research. You can't deny that.
All the research say that video games aren't causing it, though.
Yeah, right. It's you got Andrew. Video games have been around. Video games have been around for like 25, 30 years, and the violence in this country. And first-person shooter games have been less time than that. And the violence in this country goes back. I mean, that's not. There's no correlation.
There's way less toy guns now, though.
There's no saying that violence just popped up yesterday, but the correlation in how bad it's getting.
No, it's gotten worse. Actually, it's gotten better.
It's actually gotten better, Andrew. See, Pete, the what's gotten better is the communication. What's gotten better is you can go online and you can see more reports about crime than you could in the 50s and the 40s and the 60s.
Crime is better, Andrew. Crime is better.
We are in the single longest period. We are in the single.
Stop. Hold on,
Andrew. We are in the single longest period of low crime and relative peace on the planet, than we have been in ever.
Okay, so Andrew, there's going to be upticks in crime, but there's going to be upticks and things like that. I know if you're talking about specifically in Toledo and maybe a focused area, but overall,
Toledo, New York, all the big major cities.
Overall, crime is down. That's proven. Like that's you can look that up, and that crime is down.
I'm talking about violent crime with guns and kids' fascination with guns.
And you can't, Andrew. This is a stupid conversation because every single serious study has proven that that's not true. You're saying things that are provably not true, and there's also
it's not true. You can't tell me that more kids aren't possessing guns.
And more kids used to take guns to school when you were a kid.
When it was allowed. In my high school, kids came to school with gun racks in the back of their trucks, literally guns on their gun racks.
You went to school in the
I'm aware where I went to school. I'm saying what you're saying is provably false. So you should stop saying it.
You guys are wrong. You guys are just 100% wrong.
Well, I mean, Andrew.
Hold on, go ahead.
Andrew, in your defense, I mean, this is like a huge ongoing argument that you just kind of stumbled into. So it's like let's just keep rolling.
Andrew is an example of media influence. He sees it a lot more, so therefore he believes it's more.
Not true.
What you're saying is provably false.
It's like people that get afraid that their kids are going to get randomly kidnapped when it's provable that stranger abductions of children account for far less than 1% of total missing children a year, and most of the children that go missing a year get found.
Except that the examples that you and Gina are talking about have nothing to do with what I'm saying, and you aren't proving your point at all.
I guess I don't know what you're trying to say.
Hold on. Child abduction and kids' fascination with guns are two completely different things and have no correlation whatsoever. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, you're saying fascination. That's impossible to prove anything. So are kids more fascinated with guns? I have no idea. But what I do know is that the
videos. Look at
how come you get to talk and I don't?
Because you know what you're talking about.
Because what I'm saying to you is that crime overall statistically is down. That's period. End of story. Violent crimes in general, all of it is down, and that is provable by almost every single statistic you can find.
All right, you've already said that though. You're saying the same thing.
And I know I did, and you keep saying no. Oh, it's up. No, it's not.
And you keep talking about correlation. Correlation is nothing.
Right. What? Correlation is not causation.
Oh my God, you guys are ridiculous. I
can't. That's called science.
Anyways.
But okay.
Anyways, thank you, Donnie. Speaking of crime, O.J. Simpson is now completely off probation. I woke up to the message that Juice on the Loose this morning that Chris Tiefel sent. And I know, thank you, Natasha. We can't reason with these
things are going to fluctuate year to year, but overall, it is down.
Freaking New York was a freaking like crime nirvana in the 70s.
You're not understanding. I'm not crime. I didn't talk about crime. I'm talking about kids' fascination.
You were talking about crime. Like, we can rewind the whole thing and show you absolutely said violent crime and yelled it.
Yeah, kids are not any more fascinated with guns now than they were in the past.
I know.
Guns have existed since the founding of this nation, and kids have been around guns since the founding of this nation, and they have been fascinated with them in one way or another. The difference is
white kids with powdered wigs weren't walking around in music videos back in 200 years ago.
I know, and there was still violence. Thank you for proving our point. There was still violence, still shootings, still crime, and still fascination with guns. And it has nothing to do with music videos and video games. Like, this is a proven argument. Proven.
I thought we were going to stop. You guys.
What music video did they actually shoot somebody?
O.J. Simpson is
a bad one.
Early release from parole, now is a completely free man. The juice is on the loose.
I did not know that.
Congratulations, O.J. Simpson got off parole early.
What I just love most about that is the reason he was on probation was for stealing his own crap back.
Yeah, I know. It's odd.
like that's my stuff. And I want it back.
I you know what? One thing that we can agree on is taking our own stuff back.
Gee, I wonder who else we know that's been in a similar situation.
Yeah.
let me tell you guys something. I'll tell you guys something. First, a couple things. First off,
is this off the record? Hold on.
Nobody records this part of the radio show.
Donnie wants to sign off to make sure he's not called in as a witness.
I'll have to testify again, man.
Again. No. This is a good one. So over the weekend, well, you know, every once in a while there are guys that give me the business throughout the years on Facebook or whatever. There was a fucking
I'm that guy.
There was a fucking local musician asshole that when you're in a debate on something and all of a sudden they'd be like, oh, we can't listen to you, you're a felon, or you stole your, it's like, it has nothing to do with the debate, but they try to bring it in. I'm like, oh, this
bring up other stuff.
I find out, because I'm not going to do that to them. I don't even know who they are. Like, it doesn't matter. So there's this guy years ago that did this to me, and he's very well known in this area, very well known. Came up to me over the weekend and apologized like 4 times. So it said, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Shook my hand like 3 times. Yeah, so it's cool. And just so you know, if people do, like, I don't hold grudges. Like, I've never held grudges. That's just not my thing. I just don't care. I can't live like that to people. So I'm glad that I can let that go. And here's another example. Levis Commons has been so good to me over the last couple of years. Just the nicest, bend over backwards. Christine Best, who's in charge, is the sweetest woman. And we were went to see Santa Claus yesterday, who's a good friend of mine over there, and Christine was there, and
My good friend Santa. Holy shit.
I feel like you're trying to stretch your name dropping a little too far there.
Honestly, that's the most believable thing you could say, though. I mean, I feel like if anyone's good friends with Santa, it's Andrew.
I am. I swear to God, the real Santa. I am good friends with him because the real Santa's at Levis, and we are good friends. And so, what's so funny? 15 years ago, I ushered him into Levis Commons. Like I was in a carriage, and we brought Santa to his house and everything. So Santa and I are tight. What was my point? Oh, so Christine, like she's like, they held the carriages over because the carriages were going to be closing, and we wanted to go Santa and then go to the carriage rides over at Levis. She held the carriage rides for us to go over. I mean, they have just really bent over backwards to be kind people over there, and not hold any of the past, because I mean it's in my backyard. It's literally 5 minutes from me, so they're just good people over there, and we do appreciate Levis Commons and Christine Best and putting the past behind them as well and being able to move forward. This is after COVID. This is a time of not holding grudges, moving forward, being a better person. I mean, this is hopefully what this is turning into for everybody, and what it really needs to be, I would say.
So, when do we open Andrew's East Sports Quesaria?
Yeah, it's still there. I mean, we're ready. It's still been empty over a decade now. I just need an investor. Donnie, let's talk about off the air.
God, please not. Let's not. We got to change the subject. We are not doing that.
Andrew's East Sports Quesaria.
You guys want to see what I got Dubs for Christmas?
Yes. What'd you get Dubs for Christmas?
I'm so excited. Well, this
Don't
is
tell
just
him.
one.
The perfect way to keep a secret is to put it out on the airwaves.
He doesn't.
and the
You
internet.
guys, he does not. Dubs, ask Andrew. Dubs does not think that I'm even remotely funny. Like he doesn't listen to the show. He doesn't want to hear it. He hears my mouth all day long. He's not going to listen to it extra. Anyway, so this is just one present. So like I don't want all the guys being like, that's what you got him. This is but this is my favorite present because it includes me. I got him. Do you guys know what foodie cards are?
Oh.
No.
Have you ever heard of these? Okay, so they're actual cards. They're like playing cards, but wait, there's more. But I don't want to drop them. On every single card, there's a coupon for different local restaurants, and it's $10 off at all these different restaurants. And so there's 54 cards because there's jokers too. So there's 54 cards in here. So there's 54 restaurants, $540. I mean, if we went out to eat that much,
right?
But it's cool because I can share them with people too.
Well,
how do you pick your card? Is there a game you play?
But so that's the thing.
That's good, Donnie. Where you want to go eat tonight? And you pull the deck out, and then just someone pulls.
No, that's really what I want to do because we always want to try new stuff. And I think most of them. I don't think there's a lot of big chains in here. I think most of them are locally owned, if not all of them.
I think they all are.
I think they're all locally owned restaurants. So we always want to do locally owned restaurants, and we're always looking for something new. But we go through the whole no, you pick thing. That I think every couple goes through. So that's why I got these, because now when it's time for our date night, we can just pick a card and go to that restaurant, and it's a coupon. So we get to go cheaper.
But here's the bad part though. You said they're real playing cards, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what if you go out to eat once and now all of a sudden your ace of spades is gone?
You know what? I think that I feel like they probably punch them or something. I don't know how it works because I've never got them before.
They probably don't.
What,
yeah,
Don?
they probably let you keep it.
I would assume I get to keep it.
But then if you kept it, then you just use the same coupon over and over.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really like the place and keep going back to it, then why not? I mean, it doesn't hurt me at all.
Valpac,
I don't know how it works. I'm excited to find out, but I'm really, really pumped about it.
Well, how many parents can we give away a deck to a listener?
That's a good idea. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do a couple of them. Let's do a couple.
All right, let's
you
do.
Guys
Okay,
do it?
How can we give it away?
Okay, so I have to give one to Dubs, so you can't have this one. But I have two more. We can do two different ones.
All right. So
Okay,
let's do one on the show. Let's do if you're listening this morning, or watching, if you're watching today, Natasha needs a deck. So message us through the Andrews in the Morning.
No,
Facebook.
wait, I got one. How about this? Like all right. So in our chat, we'll do it in our private chat. We'll come up with a secret. Oh, we have to tell them the secret word. It's a secret. You have to guess which word we said on the show.
I am guessing between a number between 1 and 5,720. What number am I
Let's
thinking?
come up with the dumbest contest ever.
I've got a secret phrase for you. Hey, are you guys selling babies? Send that to the inbox.
I love it. I love it. FBI, we're just kidding.
That'll set off a few red flags on Facebook. Are you selling babies?
I know, right?
Are we really going to do that?
No, we better not.
I don't think I want to deal with that.
No, I know.
Okay, so inbox, just inbox us, and inbox us and say, oh, you know what, Natasha, there we go. Inbox us and say, I need a deck. Inbox the Andrews in the Morning
That's
Facebook
funny.
page.
Make sure it's an E, not an I.
Yeah, because there's something, we have all these guys on the show that will not hesitate. You guys, please spell check. so send us a message on the Andrews in the Morning page and say, I need a deck, and then we'll do a drawing. When do we want to do it?
We'll give it like, what's today? Wednesday? Give it to like Monday. Let's do it like Monday, the Christmas week.
Okay, so then Monday I will get everybody's name in, and I'll do a drawing. We'll do it live, and then the winner can have a foodie card, and then let's do a contest on Facebook too. That's just Facebook.
Oh, a second. Okay,
so watch for a post. So you can have two, but I think you should only be able to win one.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Tifa. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say, just along the same vein, I sent Gina a link. Didn't know if you guys had heard of this date book, this challenge date book thing. It works kind of, it basically it's got a bunch of different challenges in it. You got to scratch it off to get the challenge, and then it works kind of like a scrapbook of your dating as well. So like you do the challenge together, the challenge date together, you kind of log how it went and everything, have a picture on there and everything like that. It's supposedly really fun for couples.
Why do you know about this, Tifo?
TikTok.
You need someone to share this with, Tifo. All right, is 2022 the year that you're going to make an effort to get out there and maybe
he's getting there?
Who said I haven't made efforts before?
It's because I think it's mind-boggling to us, Tifo, that you haven't found someone, because you're not bad looking. You're a nice guy.
He's a catch.
Yeah.
To be clear, I have dated.
Wait. Hold on. He's a catch. He's a pain in the ass. He argues all the time. He always has to be right. What is it? What is a catch about that?
He has a penis. That's every man. You just named every man in the world.
You got Colleen, and you just described yourself.
Yes, very much so. and most men, to be honest, I know. Trust me. Like that's he's pretty much a typical guy, and typical guys land girls all the time. That's why, Tifo, when I talk, I always wonder if you're just extra picky. Like, I know you say you're not, but
I have dated. And like, say like one of the dates that I went on with a woman that I was attracted to, and I whatever. Ended up turning into an interview for a secondary sugar daddy. I excused myself to the bathroom and left her with the bill. She was very open about it. I mean, to give her credit, she was very open about it. But in my back of my mind, I was like, I live in a studio apartment, drive a 6-year-old car. What about me? I could supplement.
What about you says you'll pay for sex? I mean, a lot. Actually.
No, what about me says I could afford to pay for your bills in exchange for sex?
I mean, yeah, you do have I pay for sex all over your face. There's no doubt about it.
I realize that this is basically matching the description of every John bust that has ever happened.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
But I can't afford, just like I can't be an alcoholic because I couldn't afford it. All right. I can't be a drug addict because I can't afford it. I can't buy sex as much as I might want to because I can't afford it.
Go ahead, Donnie.
Tifo's been working on himself for the last few years, and he's how you feeling? Are you feeling good? Because you look great. You've been
Yeah.
cooking. You've been getting your fitness going. How you feeling, Tifo?
I am feeling quite good. I'm sure you guys all saw the post I made the other day, which
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
For those who didn't see it, if you don't follow Tifo on Facebook, you should. But he basically said that he kind of fell into a depression the last year, and he's kind of turning things around now, and things are going well, and so
and again, I don't want to use the word depression
uh-huh.
on there. It's the closest descriptor, I would say, but looking at all the definitions I can find, I don't necessarily fit into any of those.
And I promise
know-
you, he looked at many definitions while he was typing this.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, and plus I don't want to use it because there was no official diagnosis, and I don't want to belittle or denigrate people that actually do go through depression by claiming that I have when I have no way of saying that
Right.
on there. But it was like I said, it was just a general malaise. I just kind of stopped caring
Yeah.
in my personal life, not outside. I mean, as far as anyone was concerned outside, I was doing okay
Right.
on there.
Donnie, go ahead.
I was just saying, just from what I know about Tifo, one of the reasons I think that you're still single is that like you don't really have the patience for dating. Like I feel like you don't. There's just because like you bring up a couple of dates you went on and how bad they went, and that's great. I mean, there's gonna be a ton of bad dates, but it's when you find someone that you click with, like just chemistry wise,
like I
it's
said,
gonna be.
That's what I'm saying is I haven't found that person yet. I have searched. I have done, and my general stuff from what I was talking about could very likely have affected that as well.
Have you used any of the dating apps?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
on there, and I actually got stood up from a Tinder one once. That was depressing.
You need to go on this one called I saw an advertisement for Our Time, because here's what you need, Tifo. I don't know how old you are, but you look 50. You need to an older woman for you would be perfect.
I feel that for sure.
50.
Right, Donnie? You need like a sweet 50-year-old woman that has been screwed over her life, or her husband died or something like that, and that you could just come in because you like to sit at home, you like to cook, you like to do things that 50-year-olds like to do. So if you just got yourself a nice 50-year-old woman, I think that you'd be very happy. She'd be very happy. You don't need to support her because she's got her own thing going on.
Well, yeah, she's got her divorce settlement or the life insurance from her dead husband.
Right, exactly.
So that's
right.
I have to go, you guys, but I will say I'm going to end with this. Tifo is a catch, so any single women listening right now should definitely hit us up to go on a date with Tifo, because he really is an amazing guy, I promise. And I give him a lot of shit. I know I do, but he really is an amazing guy.
He's a good dude.
All
yes.
Right, you,
all right, bye guys.
All right, Tifo. So yeah, I think you need to go on something like it's called Our Time and sign up, because I really think
I'm not really going after cougars.
Your jam is a cougar, bro. That's your. I'm telling you, you don't have to. You don't have to take my advice. I'm just telling you, cougar is your jam, brother. I'm telling you.
Well, I mean,
go ahead.
Or at least someone in their 30s.
That's I'm. It's not like I'm looking for people that are in their low 20s here. I'm not.
But you're in your 30s. You need someone at least 40. You need someone older than you, because your soul is old and
the man who's dating a woman 19 years younger than him.
Well, but we're different people. I'm very
Cedar
young.
Point age. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Come on. I'm 20.
Yes, I have the mentality of a 13-year-old. So I mean, we're all different people here.
Yeah. Thank you, Donnie. Exactly. All right, Tifo. Why don't we get into WTF news? Ebenezer Bushrod, bring this thing home for the year. Go ahead.
All right, we're starting off with a story out of Kingston, Ontario. Provincial police were called after a suspicious vehicle was seen kind of swerving around and came to rest in a hayfield about 7:20 a.m. on Monday. Police arrived on scene and they found a 5-year-old boy behind the wheel of the car.
Wow.
So he apparently got it in his head that he wanted to buy a Christmas gift for his sister. a pink tractor.
Aw.
It decided to go out on his own to locate the store and make his purchase and get home before anyone was the wiser. Unfortunately, he kind of had a hard time seeing out of the windshield and
Aw.
reaching the pedals at the same time.
So do you think that maybe watching like Grand Theft Auto or something like that gave him the thought that maybe he could drive?
No, I think the fact that he was 5 and mom and dad left the car keys unattended is what contributed to that. Police have confirmed that the parents are not facing any sort of charges or anything on that. The kid was unhurt, and the car only received minor damage.
That's sweet. He was thinking about his sister. I mean, bless his vehicular homicidal heart.
Yeah, it's you know what? It's a lot better story than that damn Christmas shoes song that gets shoved down my throat every year.
You know what song? I listen to a lot of Christmas music because, like, on the food truck, we play like the Christmas music, and honestly, the people that do Christmas music the best is iHeartRadio. I mean, I hate to admit it, I fucking hate those people, but they really do a good job on Christmas music. So they have an A rotation, a B rotation means like the most popular songs as they do testing are going to play more often the A songs and the B songs or whatever. So every year, it's Baby It's Cold Outside has been an A rotation song, you know, especially the Dean Martin version. I really can't stay, baby, it's cold outside. But
you sound nothing like Dean Martin, so
apparently the woke mob has canceled that song because I've listened to probably 400 of hours of the iHeart Christmas.
Where have you been the past couple years? Yeah.
How long ago
it's still on satellite.
Yeah, I just like I said, I listened.
I heard it 4 times yesterday.
Did you really?
At work, yeah. We play satellite.
I need to switch it then because iHeart has canceled Baby It's Cold Outside because obviously it's a little rapey, but it's a good song.
Every time it plays, someone says, "Didn't this song get canceled?" Like it's like clockwork. I heard the song 4 times, and I heard someone say that 4 times, 4 different people yesterday.
Well, yes, it has been canceled. iHeart has canceled it because it was an A rotation song. Like I for guarantee, I would hear it 300 times, and I have not heard it once this year because I only listen. I get my Christmas music all from one place, and that's where it is no longer played. Baby It's Cold Outside. I don't know, man. It's you have to. I guess you have to go case by case because I'm not the person that says, "Oh, you're woke people." Like I don't look down on woke people because woke means, hey, we've been an asshole all these years, and now I'm like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be an asshole anymore. I don't think woke is bad. Yeah. But it is a case-by-case basis, and there's we think we've had this conversation before. There's some things that you can put through a 2021 filter, but there's some things you just can't. I mean, it's old school people, they just were old school, you know, like. I mean,
it's still okay to.
If a 70, I'm sorry, I'll let you get in, Donnie. But
no, it was bad. I'm glad you stopped that joke. That was not good.
If a 70-year-old man goes up to a 20-year-old woman and says, "Hey, toots," or something like that. I mean, you could be woke and offended. You're definitely in the right, but he's 70. He said toots his whole life. Is it that big a deal? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
All right. So now that we've let Andrew dig his hole,
go ahead.
Bring you a story out of Akron, Ohio. On here, a 10-foot wide, 6-foot high bridge that was formerly used in the Middlebury Run Park. And I say formerly because on November 3rd, it was discovered the treated deck boards of the bridge were missing. Then on November 11th, the entire bridge went away. Someone has stolen an entire bridge in Akron, Ohio, and nobody knows who, why, or how.
What was it called?
It was just a footbridge used in Middlebury Run Park. It was like I said, it was 10 feet wide, 6 feet high, and it is gone in just a little over the span of a week.
Who said, "Damn, that would look good in my backyard over my pond"? I wonder.
It's the price of wood, man.
Oh, you think they just took it to do other stuff with it?
Yeah, they had a deck to finish.
There's this one piece of deck that I just can't afford to finish. I ran out of money, but I know that there's a footbridge.
They probably built a brand new house with it.
What I find hilarious is that they saw that somebody was stealing parts of the bridge, and they saw other parts go missing over the next few days, and nobody was like, maybe we should stake it out, maybe put a camera to kind of see what's going on. But nope, nobody knows how or why. But if you have any information about the missing bridge, contact the Akron police.
They cared about the bridge, but they didn't really care that much.
I
It's
know.
like, well, maybe they'll stop taking the wood. No, I guess they're still taking the wood. I was off last night. I punched out at 9.
I was off. All right, Chris Atwater talking about Baby It's Cold Outside. Thank goodness Spotify hasn't dropped that song yet. I guess I don't delve in deep listening from an era 50 years ago. Natasha Freeling says, I work in a dementia care facility for seniors. Best believe we listen to Baby It's Cold Outside. I agree.
Our second to last story takes you all the way to Singapore. Second to last story takes you all the way to Singapore. This is where a Singaporean man, Jason Chia Junji, who was already under suspension of driving until 2023, where he was not allowed to drive, thanks to 2 previous incidences in 2008 and 2014, in which he had accidents that resulted in the death of another. And so he was pulled over again. He was pulled over again. He didn't have a license, obviously. He didn't have his ID with him. So he wrote down the particulars of his younger brother while being stopped by police. What he didn't know was that when police ran his brother's information, his brother was also wanted by the police. So he ended up getting arrested anyway.
That's amazing. That's good.
You don't have no license, Letha.
So now he has been sentenced to 10 months in jail, banned from driving until the year 2026. On there. So yeah,
What he gets.
No word yet on what his brother had done to get wanted by the police. But yeah, it did not work out for him. Don't give fake information to the police. You don't know how credible it is.
All right, that is WTF News.
There is one more. There is one more. One more story. This is out of Delaware, where a 44-year-old man walked into a Wells Fargo on Old Capitol Trail, handed a note over to the teller telling her he was robbing the place. She handed over an undisclosed amount of money to him. He then left the bank and stopped at the ATM on the outside to get rid of the evidence by depositing it into his own account.
Genius.
He then
He's trying to head off that overdraft, man.
Yeah,
those fees will get you.
He then fled and was caught up to by Highway Patrol in the backside of the shopping center where the bank was located.
Oh, amazing.
There, he's in county jail facing a $6,000 bond and charges of bank robbery. This is the most creative way to get rid of the evidence that I have ever heard. Like, just great.
Awesome. All right. Hey, real quick before we go, by the way, that's WTF News, Ebenezer Bushrod. I told you about that NBC Nightly News story that was on Perrysburg last night where they were
at least we're being known for something other than human trafficking.
This area is a hotbed for stolen merchandise. So the recovery, I don't know. I'm reading that story that the 2 individuals observed were at Kohl's yesterday, the Kohl's in Rossford. They were fleeing the Kohl's. Lieutenant Gazarak initiated a traffic stop as the driver attempted to depart the scene in a reckless manner. Further investigation resulted in the recovery of $1.869 million. No, I'm sorry. I said $1.869 million, $1,869.
Oh, that's less impressive.
I know. Almost $2,000 in stolen merchandise from Kohl's. The 2 suspects were arrested. And
so they stole a sweater.
1.8 thousand is what you were meant to say. 1.8 thousand.
It's so stupid. I don't know why I thought it said 1.8 million. It's the first thing I looked at this morning when I woke up. So I guess I got that. 1. I said 1.8 million earlier in the show from Kohl's. Which would have been basically the whole store probably. It was actually 100.
This is a retraction. Title is "I'm an Idiot."
Yes, exactly.
Sorry.
All right. Donnie P, it's been an incredible year, my friend. Thank you so much. Have a great holiday with you and your fam. And of course, Ashley, maybe Ashley can pop her head in every once in a while in 2022.
She's busy. She's got houses to sell, Andrew.
No, she's selling house on house on house. So if you this was just great in the same house. If you want to buy a house, you go to Ashley. You want to buy a car, you go to Donnie.
You guys need to do a promotional combo deal.
I know.
Yes.
You know, buy this house, get a Kia Soul.
That would be awesome.
That's genius. I love it. Tiefel, you are thinking. She would be the only realtor in Northwest Ohio. Buy a house, get a car. Because remember, Kia used to have that buy one car, get one free.
Yeah.
Now it's buy a house, get a car free.
There you go.
And Merry Christmas, Natasha. Thank you, darling. Thank you to all our listeners. You guys are amazing.
As a public service announcement, though, from me and from the rest of our family here at Andrew Z, don't buy your significant other a car for Christmas.
Why?
Don't lease a car for Christmas. Don't be like, hey, Merry Christmas, honey. Here's a financial burden. All right.
That's not true, Donnie. Tell him. I'll let you rebut that, Donnie. That was
yeah. Come on, come see me. We got the bows. We got it all.
Donnie will keep it secret from your significant other that you just paid $30,000 without talking to them.
So thank you, Donnie. And Merry Christmas to you, brother. Merry Christmas,
thank you.
Merry Christmas, Demetrius. Merry Christmas, Gina. Merry Christmas to Brenda Ladd and Natasha and everybody, you guys, Josh and all our friends. Thank you so much for continuing to support the show, and hopefully we'll do so in 2022. Thanks for telling a friend. You guys have a great Christmas, a happy New Year. We'll see you the first week of January. Go ahead, Don. You want to say something before we leave?
I was going to say, yeah, it's been. We've crazily been doing this for almost 2 years now.
I know. I know. So weird. All right. Thank you, Tifo. Thank you, Donnie. Bye, guys. Have a great Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye, everybody.
I'm a hippo.
Broadcast Hippo. Digital media. Come on!